Chosen one, this message is not just another video. This is a divine encounter. Right now, as you watch this, God is smiling because of you. Yes, you, the one who's been faithful, who's kept believing even when the world doubted, who never gave up on the promises whispered deep in your heart. Today, you made God smile. And when God smiles, miracles are unleashed. Even He couldn't stop Himself from pouring out blessings, favor, and rewards on you today. You need to understand something crucial. This moment is a spiritual explosion, a breakthrough unlike anything you've ever experienced. What you've been praying for in the quiet hours, what you've held in your heart through sleepless nights, isn't coming, it's already arriving. Heaven isn't delaying, it's moving. The breakthrough is no longer a dream in the distance, it's stepping into your life with unstoppable force. This isn't coincidence, it's not fate, it's divine strategy, a collision between your faith and God's perfect will. Scripture says in Isaiah 60:22, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." That time is now. But there's something you must understand. God's blessing doesn't force itself, it waits to be received. The doors are open, but you must walk through them. You must say yes with your spirit, your words, your actions. So, before anything else, lock this in. Tap that like button. Join the 90,000 rising voices who refuse to live in fear, and comment 99 below. That number is no accident. It's a declaration. It tells the heavens, I am ready, ready to step into the promise, ready to carry what God is releasing, ready to receive the reward that's been waiting on my yes. If something inside you is stirring, if your chest feels tight, your eyes are wet, your soul is saying, this is for me, then you are not imagining it. That's the Spirit moving. Don't scroll away. Don't silence what God is confirming. If you do, you might miss the miracle unfolding right in front of you. But if you stay, if you keep your heart open and your faith strong, you'll witness something sacred. God's love in motion. Hebrews 10:23 says, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for he who promised is faithful." This day is different. Right now, somewhere beyond the veil of the sky, God is looking at you, and He is smiling, not because of your perfection, but because of your persistence. That smile is a sacred sign, a heavenly yes, a divine signal that your prayers have touched the heart of the Almighty. When God smiles, change is guaranteed. When He smiles, mountains move. You may have been overlooked, underestimated, worn thin by the weight of waiting, but you were never forgotten. God has seen every silent tear, every unseen act of obedience, every time you whispered, I still believe. Psalm 56:8 reminds us, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. Not one of them was wasted." Now the wind is changing. A holy wind is rising, and it's coming straight for your life. It won't just touch you, it will lift you. It will restore what was lost. It will renew what was broken. This is the beginning of a testimony that will shake the ground and shine a light for others still waiting in the dark. Your breakthrough isn't just for you, it's for everyone watching. God is turning your story into a signal fire of hope. You weren't chosen because you got it all right. You were chosen because you refused to give up. When everything crumbled, you stood. When no one saw, you still believed. You didn't quit, and heaven noticed. Romans 5:3-5 declares, "Suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame." Your hope is about to be honored. Even now, the unseen realm is roaring with activity. Angels are being dispatched. The throne of God is stirring. Doors are opening that no man can shut. Why? Because you held the line. Because your spirit refused to bow to fear. Because you believed. This is the moment. The delay is over. The waiting is done. What's coming is not small. It's not subtle. It's not someday. It's now. Heaven is leaning in, the promise is unfolding, and it's your name that's being spoken in glory. What once felt like a quiet whisper from heaven has now become a holy roar. The favor of God is no longer subtle. It's thundering through your life, tearing down walls and rewriting your story. You need to hear this. Being chosen isn't a vague blessing. It's a mark. It means your destiny has divine weight, unmistakable purpose, and an anointing that sets you apart from the crowd. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. And your steps are being guided straight into breakthrough. This isn't coincidence. This is heaven in motion, a divine announcement that your life is about to overflow with favor, fresh doors, and blessings that once felt out of reach. Right now, this very moment is sacred. It's the moment God handpicked to unleash what He's been preparing for you all along. Your faith hasn't been ignored. Every tear-stained prayer whispered in private, every moment you chose to trust when nothing made sense, none of it was wasted. Today, that quiet faith became the key to a door no man could open. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. And that walk has brought you to a miracle designed specifically for you, tailored by God's hand, not mass-produced. Whether it's financial provision, a long-awaited opportunity, or healing that touches your soul, know this: your faith triggered heaven's response. When you didn't give up, when you stayed faithful in even the smallest ways, you shifted things in the spirit. That blessing you feel coming, it's not random, it has your name on it. God doesn't send generic gifts. He sends personal promises fulfilled. He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. Hebrews 11:6. And you've been seeking, trusting, holding on. This reward was written into your story before you were born. God responds to faith that moves forward, even when fear tries to chain you down. Faith is heaven's currency. It's the seed that always brings a harvest. Your sacrifice wasn't forgotten. Your perseverance wasn't ignored. Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. That joy is on its way. Your breakthrough isn't distant anymore. It's here, it's tangible, it's arriving with the force of God's love behind it. Receive it. Open your hands and your heart. Heaven doesn't operate on human time. It moves with divine precision. And today is not just another date on the calendar. It's your appointed time. The delays weren't denials. They were divine detours, preparing you for a blessing that won't break you, but will build you. God is whispering over your life. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118, verse 24. Your breakthrough is like the dawn after a brutal night. The light is coming fast. You may not see it fully yet, but it's rising with unstoppable purpose. Every dark moment had meaning. Every sleepless night, every silent cry, every moment you felt invisible, it was all seen by God. And now He's answering with power. No matter how empty your hands feel right now, they're about to overflow. Make room in your heart. Today could be the day everything shifts. The job, the healing, the restoration, the reconciliation. This is not luck. This is divine strategy. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Jeremiah 29:11. Trust His timing. He's never been late. He's just been preparing something worth the wait. Your prayers, your tears, your relentless trust, even when you had every reason to quit, touched the heart of God. And when you move God's heart, He moves heaven and earth for you. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. He's been closer than you realized, working behind the scenes, writing the next chapter in your story. So don't look back, don't doubt now. God is about to do something so stunning, so personal, that it will silence every lie you ever believed about your worth. The next testimony of divine faithfulness is yours. Keep your eyes open, keep your heart ready, because what God is about to release, it's more than you asked for, it's greater than you imagined, and it's perfectly timed for right now. Heaven is not silent. Right now, the throne room of God is stirring with movement. The angels are standing at the edge, ready to release blessings, healing, and breakthrough tailor-made for your life. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are the masterpiece God has been shaping in secret. And now, the unveiling begins. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no human mind has conceived the things God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Today, that preparation becomes manifestation. The dam is about to break. Picture a mighty river held back for too long, now suddenly, powerfully, irreversibly unleashed. That's what's coming toward you, in your finances, in your family, in your body, in your purpose. Nothing can stop what God has spoken, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not delay. Habakkuk 2:3. You've waited, you've wept, you've warred, now you receive. This is not about luck. This is divine timing. This is the moment God marked on His calendar to lift you up and say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Matthew 25:23. Every moment you chose trust over worry. Every time you praised through pain, every silent prayer, it reached heaven. Your faith has been a fragrance before the throne, and now it's turning into a downpour of favor. What you sowed in tears, you will now reap in joy. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. And this joy is not a feeling, it's a supernatural force moving mountains in your life. Do not underestimate the weight of your obedience. Even the smallest yes to God echoed loudly in heaven. Your consistency, your loyalty, your hidden sacrifices, they've all been recorded. And now the reward is rushing in. Heaven doesn't repay halfway. When God rewards, He rewards completely. He said in Isaiah 61:7, "Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and everlasting joy will be yours." That's your portion now. Get ready. The next hours, the next days, the next weeks will be filled with evidence, real, visible proof that God is moving on your behalf. You didn't give up. You held your ground when it felt like all of hell was pushing against you. And that tenacity, that unshakable, radical faith, it's caused a shift in the atmosphere. Breakthroughs are not random. They don't come to those who run. They come to warriors. And you, yes you, have been fighting faithfully. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Your harvest is arriving. It's not crawling toward you, it's running. The finish line is in sight, and your miracle is crossing it to meet you face to face. Prepare yourself, because what's coming will be so undeniable, so supernatural, you'll look back and say, only God could have done this. Like Joseph, who woke up in a prison and went to sleep in a palace, your turnaround is coming suddenly. The Lord is faithful to all His promises and loving toward all He has made. Psalm 145:13. Sudden favor, sudden healing, sudden answers. Doors you never knocked on will swing wide open. Resources you never chased will chase you. What once seemed frozen is now melting under the heat of divine acceleration. And when it happens, it'll happen fast. Don't fear the shift. God's hand is in it. This is the season where the last will be first, the forgotten will be remembered, and the faithful will be crowned. Humble yourselves under God's mighty hand, that He may lift you up in due time. 1 Peter 5:6. This is your due time, not because of chance, but because of covenant. God has watched every silent battle. He's seen every time you held on while the storm raged. And today, He's saying, I'm proud of you. Let that sink in. The Creator of the galaxies, the one who hung the stars, is proud of you. That pride is turning into favor, real favor, unstoppable favor, peace that makes no sense, provision that comes without warning, Purpose that finally clicks into place. This is your divine exchange. Your perseverance is turning into provision, your faith into fulfillment. And yes, the delays were painful, but now you see, those delays weren't denials, they were divine preparation. Like a master sculptor, God was refining you for such a time as this. Just like winter makes way for spring, your cold, quiet seasons were preparing the soil for the biggest bloom of your life. So don't resent the wait. Rejoice in what it produced: strength, clarity, depth, wisdom, and now, finally, reward. Everything is coming together. This is not just a good moment, it's a God moment. And it will redefine your life forever. Get ready, the floodgates of heaven have opened. This is your time. People often mistake luck for random chance, a roll of the dice, a stroke of coincidence. But what if luck isn't random at all? What if what you call luck is actually God's favor moving in secret? Today might be the luckiest day of your life, not because you stumbled into good fortune, but because heaven has been orchestrating your breakthrough long before you saw a single sign. This isn't luck, this is divine strategy. It's God aligning moments, people, and opportunities for your good. Romans 8:28 says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." Nothing about your life is accidental, not your pain, not your waiting, and certainly not your breakthrough. Imagine waking up to answered prayers you forgot you prayed. Doors you never knocked on swing wide open. Provision shows up exactly when your resources run dry. A healing that defies diagnosis. A relationship you thought was dead suddenly revived. This isn't luck. This is what it looks like when the hand of God touches your life. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the work of your hands. Deuteronomy 28:12. Today is that season. Today, the rain is falling. This moment, right now, yes, this very second, is not just a random blip on the calendar. It's a divine intersection. God's timing is crashing into your faithfulness. You may have been tired, you may have been waiting, but heaven has not been silent. Every whisper in the dark, every tear-soaked prayer, every silent cry, it reached the throne room. Those who sow in tears will reap with shouts of joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. And the reaping season is now. You're standing at the threshold of something sacred. This is the moment when heaven declares, enough. Enough waiting, enough struggle, enough despair. God is stepping in. His love isn't passive, it's fierce. It's the love of a father who refuses to let you stay in the pit. Isaiah 61:7 says, "Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance." That's not symbolic, that's a promise. So brace yourself. Financial blessings, emotional healing, unexpected favor, restored relationships, they're on the move. But don't just wait for them. Prepare. Prepare your spirit. Prepare your home. Prepare your heart to receive what you once thought was impossible. God's not just restoring what you lost. He's multiplying it. Now, to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. He's not giving you leftovers. He's giving you overflow. Don't let this day pass you by. Mark it. Remember it. This is the day your story turns. This is the beginning of your testimony, the day when heaven's script overtakes earth's reality. The pain behind you won't even compare to the joy ahead. The sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. Romans 8:18. You're stepping out of survival and into revival. Look around. Everything is aligning. Favor, peace, opportunity, strength. Obstacles that once towered over you are now crumbling at your feet. Why? Because God is fighting for you. Because heaven has declared, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:6. 17. Because your time has come, so stand, not in fear, but in faith. Lift your head, wipe your tears. You're not forgotten, you're favored. You're not lost, you're led. The season of breakthrough has arrived, and God is not finished. In fact, He's just getting started. What He's about to do will leave you in awe. You'll look back on this day and say, that was it. That was when everything changed. God is moving, and your story is about to unfold in ways only heaven could write. Loyalty in the storm is one of the rarest kinds of faith. When your world shook, you stood firm. While others walked away, you stayed. You stayed loyal to your faith, to the vision God gave you, to the quiet promises etched on your heart. You chose to believe when belief cost you something, and that choice did not go unnoticed. Heaven saw you. God took note. As it says in 2 Chronicles 16:9, for the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. That's you. Your loyalty became a song in the courts of heaven, a sound so pure that it moved the heart of God. That's why the atmosphere is shifting in your favor right now. The heavens are opening. The seeds you planted in tears are about to bloom in joy. You've walked through fire and didn't come out smelling like smoke, because God was with you the entire time. Even when hope seemed like a whisper, you didn't let go. And because of that, breakthrough is no longer coming, it's here. The blessings that have been maturing in the spiritual realm are ready to touch earth. Get ready. Your harvest is loaded with joy, with peace, with provision. As Galatians 6:9 reminds us, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. That season is now. Obedience wasn't always easy, but you did it anyway. When the way was foggy, when the price felt high, you obeyed. You trusted even when you didn't understand. And that obedience has become the hinge on which everything is turning. Picture it. The train of God's divine timing is colliding with the train of your obedience. That collision is not a crash, it's a breakthrough. Deuteronomy 28:2 says, all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Lord your God. That's the season you're stepping into. You've been aligned, positioned, and now propelled. Doors that resisted are swinging wide. The favor you've been praying for is pouring down. You've sacrificed. You've endured loss. Maybe you felt like the enemy took too much. Your peace, your finances, your dreams. But hear this. God is not just restoring, He's repaying with interest. Joel 2:25 promises, I will restore to you the years the swarming locust has eaten. Restoration is on the move. This isn't a small refund, it's divine restitution. What was stolen is coming back multiplied. Your loss is becoming a testimony. What the enemy meant for harm, God is flipping for glory. Your pain has a purpose, and your comeback will be louder than your setback. Those silent prayers you whispered in the dark, God heard every single one. Even when your lips didn't move, your spirit cried out, and heaven listened. Psalm 34:17 says, the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles. Your cries echoed in the throne room, and now the response is thundering back. You're not forgotten. Your quiet faith has stirred heaven. Now comes the sudden answer, the miracle, the shift, the breakthrough that leaves you speechless and everyone else stunned. Heaven is answering with a yes so loud it shakes the ground under your feet. And know this, none of this is random. Your blessing today isn't luck. It's not coincidence. It's divine design. Like Jeremiah 29:11 declares, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to give you a future and a hope. This is God's handwritten letter to you, sealed with love and filled with purpose. Every detail custom made for your journey. This blessing carries God's fingerprint. It's personal, it's powerful, it's yours. Barriers are breaking, chains are snapping, mountains are moving. God is clearing your path with a mighty hand. What once blocked you is becoming your bridge. Isaiah 45:2 says, I will go before you and level the mountains. I will break down gates of bronze and cut through bars of iron. This is that promise in action. Your breakthrough isn't wishful thinking, it's a divine guarantee. So take a step, lift your eyes, walk like it's already done. Because God is tearing down what tried to stop you. And what brought you here? Persistence. When others gave up, you kept going. When doors shut, you knocked again. That fire in you caught God's attention. And now, He's opening doors that only He can open. Revelation 3:8 declares, See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. Your grit, your refusal to quit, is being rewarded. This next chapter isn't just elevation, it's transformation, new relationships, new territory, new impact. Because you endured, you're being entrusted with more. For so long, your blessing was hidden, quiet, behind closed doors. But now, it's going public. God is preparing a table for you in front of those who thought it was over. Psalm 23:5 says, You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. That's not just poetry, it's prophecy. This is your moment, a season of visibility, a divine unveiling, not to show. Faithfulness isn't loud, it doesn't demand attention. It shows up in the quiet hours, when no one's watching, when you choose to trust God, even though everything around you feels uncertain. It's in the small choices, the daily yes to keep believing, the silent prayers whispered in the dark. And today, heaven is responding. God is honoring that faithfulness, not with just enough to get by, but with an overflow. Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. Ephesians 3:20. That's what's coming your way, a blessing so full it spills over, not just for you, but through you. You've been building a reservoir, and now God is about to release it. That overflow might look like unexpected provision, restored health, renewed relationships, or doors opening where walls once stood. However it shows up, you'll know it's the evidence that God has seen you, heard you, and is proud of your journey. The eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. 2 Chronicles 16:9. This moment is not ordinary. This is divine acceleration. The waiting season is closing. The delays are done. God is flipping the switch. What took years will happen in months. What took months will happen in days. You're about to run in places where you used to crawl. Think of Joseph, forgotten in prison one day, standing before Pharaoh the next. When it's God's timing, things move fast. I am the Lord, in its time I will do this swiftly. Isaiah 60:22. Your patience is being rewarded with momentum. You're not just catching up, you're about to surpass. Every obstacle, every delay, every detour was preparation for this sudden shift. God has synchronized your readiness with His divine schedule, and now doors will fly open, favor will find you, and your steps will be ordered with supernatural precision. What you've endured was never wasted. The pain, the setbacks, the silent seasons, they were all part of the setup. God's been working behind the scenes, refining you, strengthening your spirit, and shaping your destiny. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1:2-3. Your perseverance has matured into power. The trials were the training ground. And now you're stepping into your divine promotion, not just for your benefit, but to lift others with your story. That breakthrough you've been praying for? It's not the end of the struggle. It's the beginning of your assignment. God's about to use your elevation as evidence of His grace. And here's the truth. They counted you out. They assumed your delay meant denial. But God's not done. In fact, He's just getting started. What looked like survival was actually the runway for your takeoff. You're about to shock every person who overlooked, underestimated, or misunderstood your journey. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Psalm 23, verse 5. That table is being set now, not for revenge, but for testimony. Your rise will be loud, it'll be public, and it will leave people asking, how? The answer, God, only God. Your life is becoming proof that faith still works, that obedience still pays off, that hope still wins. This isn't just about success, it's about vindication. It's about showing the world what God can do through someone who didn't quit. And as you rise, others will find courage to believe again. Your breakthrough will be their encouragement, so don't hold back. Step into it. Speak boldly. Move quickly. Love deeply. Share freely. This isn't just your moment, it's a move of God. A spiritual wave that carries His glory through your story. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2:9. This is it, the shift, the surge, the season you were made for. So lift your head, walk with purpose, and never forget, faithfulness always wins.